Good morning. Please applicable because the internet is worldwide and time zones are indeed a thing. Let's see. It's all a little bit weird because we are on StreamYard, going off the GoPro, and I'm still waiting for it to show me if it has started yet. And yes, it has. And I'll turn my volume down. Let's see. It's all a little bit weird. Right, there we go. This is good. So we're on Newtownards Road in Belfast, which is an arterial route that runs through East Belfast. Looking down to my left is Belfast City Centre, and up to my right that'll take you on right to Dundonald and Tullycarnet and other such housing estates. I'll just check the chat. Yes, I can't see the chat, that's all good. Pardon was going a bit weird, but there you go. So what we'll do is we'll start off, and I'm going to take you down as far as a place called Pitt Park. So you'll do some shout outs. You'll see some people are in. Paca, what about the jump? Do you have Waffle House? Glad to have you aboard. Do you have Waffle House is saying 5x5. What I can't do with this setup is put your comments up on the screen. So unfortunately I'll just have to speak this. There you go. So we're going to take a little bit of a cycle down the bottom of the road, and then we'll start to work back up, and I will point out where everything is. Geographically, where we're at the minute is solid Protestant Unionist area, and well, we'll talk about peace walls in a few yards. So here we go. There's the shipyard cranes. There's the shipyard worker statue that we're going to see very shortly. Going down a little bit further at Bryson Street. We'll go right on down here. Unfortunately, I can't even see how many people's in, but there we go. Somebody out for their morning run. Now, this metal stuff here, that's a peace wall. Not a very tall one, but a peace wall nonetheless. Because in the other side of there, that's a short strand, which have got a different political and religious perspective. The people on this side of the street. So off we go, and we're gonna, it's pretty much bottom of Newtownards Road. Nice flags flying, all good. Scuzzy pillars. The only thing I should say is, while this is the best open air art gallery in the world, it's also where people live, so we're going to try to do this without being too intrusive into people's lives. So the first mural, if you're coming into East Belfast, you're going to see would be this one on the Titanic. the Ship of Dreams. And then in behind that you have a Peace and Reconciliation mural that really didn't work because there's been no peace and reconciliation here. There's the people that live in these houses. On the hello. So we will go on up. No, it's not sunny here. It is not sunny here. We'll go over and read this one. Yep. And there's a local church. No more bombing, no more murder, no more killing of our sons, no more standing at the graveside, having to bury our loved ones. Yeah, that's a message of hope that originated from the peace deal. Unfortunately, the peace deal has not provided any actual peace and no real change. If there is better, you know. Is another one of the murals that they're beginning to put up and have been over a while, that they're trying to calm everything down and make it look like it's not paramilitary and divided. And then you've got a YCV flag flying outside somebody's house, so there we go. James from Glasgow, what about you, chum? Glad to have you aboard. Considering actually getting back on the bike and speeding up a bit. There's the famous shipyard cranes, Samson and Glaff. They're very close together at the minute because they've actually got some work in that shipyard. One of them is slightly taller than the other. I think it's 13 feet or something, I'm not 100% sure. And I can't remember which one's which is the taller and which is the smaller one. But there you go. That church spire is going to become relevant in a minute whenever we start talking about some stuff. Here we go. That's a little picture of Dr. Pitt. This area you're coming into is called Pitt Park. It was named after Dr. Pitt, who was a doctor in the area. That large expansive grass there, that's a site of the local bonfire. That's where I had the bonfire here on the 11th of July. And here we have a memorial. This is the Jimmy McCurry and Robert Neal Memorial Garden, and was commissioned by the East Belfast Historical Commission. See, these two lads were murdered on the 27th, 20th of June 1970, and what happened was, on this piece of road here that you're looking at, there was tension between the people that lived here and the people that live the other side of that peace wall I've just shown you. And that church spire is St Matthew's Parish Church Chapel, and there were sharpshooters up there in that bell tower. and they shot those two guys dead during a riot, because shit happens and people wonder why we like our walls and memorials. And I think I should be able to get this camera in here. Hopefully you can see that. The really weird bit is there's Emma G helping me out, give me a bit of advice, right? Let me know is that any better, and thank you, Emma. Anglo-Saxon's in, what about the chum? James is in. And there we go, so that's that area. We've got a play park there that's relatively new, actually it's very new. The play park there's been put in over the last year. And it's quite interesting because a lot of the play parks that they've been putting them in on Loyalist bonfire sites and not leaving anywhere for the bonfire to go, but they made space for it here, and it's on this grass area here. That's where the bonfire's held. Just carrying on up the road a little bit, we're going to come to the statues of the shipyard workers. This is a depiction of what life looked like whenever the shipyard actually had large numbers of employers that employed fucking thousands, and come home time you would see these guys walking down the street. What's really off-putting is I don't get to see what's on the screen for a minute or two, so it's hard for me to tell if I've actually got everything in frame right, but that seems to be not too bad. We'll go on up. Ulster flag flying from the lamppost as always. There's a Presbyterian church that is getting refurbished. And now we're coming up to the bit that people know my song harmony, melody and rhyme will recognise we're coming up that set of murals. But before that we've got another little item to look at. This is a memorial to people who lost their lives during the conflict on the Loyalist side. Whenever you look at the dates, these are all like 1972, 1972. Got their ages are 15-year-olds. So there's that. And somebody's left their drink here. We were having with them last night. Right. So these murals are very new. They were put up a little bit ago for 50th anniversary of the East Belfast Brigade. First one is, and these are all taken from pictures. This is a painting of a Ulster Defence Association, UDA, or a semi-paramilitary organisation, having a parade in the early 1970s. where they came on their street because the areas were all getting under attack that much. Police and army weren't doing anything, so the people came out on the street and said to defend for themselves. I can actually remember these parades from whenever I was a kid. And if you've been about this channel at all, you'll also do some live cover some orange parades, where you've got lodges and bands and whatnot. And I remember being a kid, like 5 or 6, being told I was getting taken to a parade and seeing all these men, not realising the gravitas and wondering where the fuck's your bands, because that's all I wanted to do as a 5 or 6-year-old, listen to the band. There's that. So I'm just checking the chat, and whenever I do that, it's going to cause me to look away from things. Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of them, Emma. Even the arms of the church had tattoos. Patio doors, what about you, chum? Mate, you're very welcome here. I know very little about what happens on the other side of that wall. Very willing to learn, and you're welcome here. Right. Might as well advertise these people. I hope I'm getting this in shot. You can book walking tours through the Conflict Museum, which is on up the road a little bit here. And I'm sure they probably do a more professional job of it than I do. But this is telling you when the different organisations were formed. So the UDA in 1971, the Loyalist Prisoners Association, the LPA, in 72, because as soon as they formed the paramilitary organisation, people started going to jail. So the prisoners was obviously very quick. The UFF started in 1973. The UDA are intended to be a political organisation, and they formed the UFF as a offshoot sister brother organisation that would actually do violence. And UYM is also Young Militants, and they're claiming that as 1974. There's quite a few young organisations, or young Newton from about this area, Young Militants. And here is how you can tell that the Progressive Unionist Party have got something to do with these murals, because yeah, they've got this is the second thing. During the conflict, our women played an important role in supporting our prisoners while also keeping the family unit together. And here we have a picture of women baking breads with all with sunglasses on, because if you ever see 1970s paramilitaries from Northern Ireland, you'll see that they all have sunglasses on all the time, because that apparently hides your identity. Here we go. Yeah, and you will recognise this from Harmony, Melody and Rhyme. The Ulster conflict is about nationality. This we shall maintain. You've got the Union banner, Welsh flag, St George Cross, St Andrew's Cross, and the Ulster flag put together. This is another picture. This is another mural that was taken from a picture from in and around this area, whenever they brought people out on the streets to control the area and make sure that people weren't coming in, just driving in and randomly shooting people, which did happen in the early 70s. That's how this conflict was fought. And there's a sign there, these murals are being replaced. What happened was, this area was all very heavily muralled. And one day all these walls just got painted white, and everybody was asking what was happening, so they had to put a sign up to say that no, the murals weren't going away forever, they were just being redone. Yep. There you go. This mural has been taken from a photo of a real event during the conflict. Read the story behind it. You can scan that QR code. I'm sure you'll be able to find the East Belfast Conflict Museum online, and they will have stuff on that as well. Unfortunately, I have not got that in the description for you, but I may be able to get that read on. Oh, and if you're wanting to know how tensions are going in relationships within the city, I suggest you have a look at my recent video, cross community ratting, because it hasn't happened. And this takes you up the one that this place has been named Freedom Corner, despite the fact that it's on a straight road, because potato, why not? There you go. And what I think we'll do now is we'll take a little nip up Campmore Avenue and have a look at some other stuff. Sorry, wait, I just got across this road. And you can all let me know what this content's like, if it's good, bad or indifferent. Because quite right about now I'm on the guessing game. Yep, Otto, that's right, a bit like Clark Kent with the glasses. Put the sunglasses on, nobody knows who the fuck you are. How are you all enjoying this form of content, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Right, here we go. We'll take a little blip up Campmore Avenue. This corner, this street here, this is where the East Belfast Parade comes down out of the town along that Newtownards Road, and then up here towards the Orange Hall. Anybody that lives in industrial town, North England, or whatever will recognise these types of buildings. Alright. This mural here actually has a note on it about where it was, how it was funded and stuff. Yep. So what the crack with this is, after the peace deal there was a decision made to try to soften all the areas and take away the paramilitary type murals, and some of it was funded by the European Union. Don't know where some of it was funded by, and this is a result. You have things like this with a mural to people that used to work in entertainments in the 1960s, 1970s Belfast. And the mural that was on this wall before was an LPA one. This project was facilitated by NI Charter in partnership with Housing Executive. The same as to show extraordinary entertainers that performed at venues throughout Belfast during the Troubles. The project is part of Charter NI strategic objective, and that's why we got this one. There's very few of these about because it was found out very shortly after that these changes were only being made in the Loyalist areas, so it stopped being entertained. And most of the murals remain looking like this. And it's a mural obviously to the Gertrude Star, who are a local foot band. Paca, I can't zoom in or out or anything with this, unfortunately. But there you go. Right, that's that. And I think we will go on up a little, because there's another bit of murals that I want to show you. We just had a little bit of a sneak preview of this the other week whenever I did the Apprentice Boys Parade. We'll have a quick look at this street. Here we go. Oh fuck. There's a bit of a gathering going on up there. So I don't really want to go and intrude. We might come back up this way. What you're looking at the minute is a bit of a memorial to Private F. Sterling and Private J. Cummings, who were 2 Ulster Defence Regiment soldiers. City centre, there was an iron ring around it, and the entrances to the city centre were all controlled. At a certain time of the night they had to go and lock those. Whenever they did that, it went boom, and they both were killed, turned into red mist. And that's the mural that I am on. Down this street there's a lot of other murals, but there's something going on just down the street with people, and I don't want to intrude, so we're going to go back down again. Just get a quick look at the shot. Haha! Suffolk, what about you, chum? Oh, what a joy to house. Right. I'm just going to cut down this side street, give you an idea of what the housing's like. And I say, anyone who lives in a industrial place will recognise this type of housing. 2 up, 2 down, outside toilet. This is the better housing that apparently all the Protestants got. Back on to the Newtown. Right. This place here called the Yard, that is like a sports place, cafe, all that type of thing, and it's named the Yard after the shipyard. Okay, another memorial. We have a lot of them. Let's see. This is a mural for the East Belfast, the Ulster Volunteer Regimental Band, and that gives you a bit of info and some pictures about how the band looked in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. Band was formed in 1969. Strange to start thinking like that 50 years ago. Start to find real. Nah, do you have to give this place a shout out? The Bethany, this is the best fish and chips in Northern Ireland. I will say that categorically. I know it's controversial, but that's a fact. If you want fish and chips, that's where you want to go. Right, and now we've got the Street of Tears. We owe to the future victims never to forget the past. And this is just newspaper clippings of shit that happened. 20th of July 82, Hyde Park. 31st of July 1972, Clawley. 9 killed in a car bomb. 17th of February 1978, Le Mans House. 12 people died. And among those picked up in the raids, Jerry Adams was arrested not far from Le Mans that night. Time to set that on fire. Rotary Club dinner was going on, but apparently he was nothing to do with the IRA. Sorry if I start reading all these, I will begin to get emotional, so I'm just letting you look at it. Then we have the other side of the street. That picture of that girl is Leanne Murphy, who was 13. In the 25 years since the peace deal, there has been exactly no inquiries into any of these things. Shankill Bowman, 9 murdered. Enniskillen Bowman, 8th November, 12 murdered. Actually happened. Yep, St Matthew's Church up there. We don't know if many people were injured that day. They just started shooting at people. There you go, bloody Friday. 9 murdered, 130 injured. And that 130 figure, no should be alive. Darkly, 20th November 1983, 3 murdered. T-Bone, 8 murdered, just blew up cars. Kingsmill, 5th of January 1976, where they stopped a work van on its way home and got everybody out, told the Catholics to walk, and then they murdered 10 Protestants. Sorry, I'm just checking the chat. Samuel House says the pasties aren't as good as they were. I will agree with you. Well, I don't often go for a pasty, so I'm strictly a fish and chips person. I want to see what else there is in the chat. Do we have a bit of freezing? Right, here we go. We'll trot on a little. Actually, I think I'll cycle up a bit. Need to go a good 30 yards before the next Murals. So I'll stay on this side of the road. Try and not run over any innocent pedestrians. Just swing myself around here. Right. This mural is a bit strange in that it used to be somewhere else. Believe it or not, this mural used to be off D Street, and the houses were knocked down because they were getting replaced and better housing put in. And obviously whenever the house got took down, the mural did, so they moved that mural to here. It's actually quite interesting. Then we have the controversial one on the other side of the street. Just muting these lights. Yeah, this mural was actually quite controversial whenever it first went up, because we had started the process of taking away the paramilitary type murals and going with the softer ones like the entertaining ones, and it was seen there was a couple of other things happening and things were not going very well within the community, and these started to come back again. And the message on it: we seek nothing but the elementary right implanted on every man, the right if you're attacked to defend yourself. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that's a very fair statement. That mural does need a bit of touching up, and that will happen sooner or later. And then you have this one over here, the Young Citizens Volunteer. Or another. The Young Citizens Volunteer were a regiment in the 36th Ulster Division in World War II, and then the name's now being used for that paramilitary grouping. So there's that. Across the road you can see the mural of the Titanic. I'm going to take you up the street and show you a little something else about the Titanic in a moment. Actually, it looks like that's about to happen right now. Bum, 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 bum. We'll come back to this Titanic one in a moment. We're currently on D Street. This building here is the Harnell and Wolff Welders, also known as the Ice Cream Parlour. It's the pub for the people that work in the shipyard, their social club. It's known as the Ice Cream Parlour because 2/12 around the dance floor and outside for a poke on a Saturday night. But we've got a memorial here. This plaque is to commemorate the 8 brave men who lost their lives during the construction of the RMS Titanic, built in Harnell and Wolff Shipyard, Belfast, just up there. Samuel Joseph Scott, age 15. Robert James Murphy, 49. John Kelly, 19. William Clark, 27. James Dobbin, 43. And 3 people that we didn't even fucking bother to figure out the names of. The first deaths on the Titanic were not in the Atlantic, but they were building the fucking ship. And that plaque on the wall of the pub is the only memorial I've ever been able to find for these people. So there you go. Now, this is the other thing I wanted to show you. Poppy wall. These are very common around the area, where you have a gable wall and they put the names of the people who died during World War I, and it gives you their name, their number, what age they were, and what street they were from. So Bryson Street, that was seen just up the road there, we had Duncan Hunter, who was 38. 10th Battalion Royal Irish Rifles, which are that Young Citizens Volunteer people, and you've got the 36th Ulster Division insignia with its 9 shamrocks to represent the 9 counties of Ulster, because we had a 9-county Ulster then. Historically we had a 11 or 12 county Ulster, but it seems it was just loose stuff. And with that, I'm going to get a look at the chat. Charlie, good morning from London. Yes, chat's all seems to be going well. Right, just have a think about where we need to go next. Just up the road a little bit. Flags are flying nicely at the minute. Need to wiggle and get across the road. Here we go. This is actually quite recently put up in the last year, and it's from the Ballymacart Psalm Society. A Psalm Society is an organisation that's interested in preserving the memory of the 36th Ulster Division in World War I, and they have regular meetings, they have parades, they have a place up in Newtownards where they've got a museum and all that sort of stuff. So, and we've got the famous quote. I'm not an Ulster man, but on the 1st of July, as I followed the museum attack, I felt that I would rather be an Ulster man than anything else in the world. And David Peterson. We're going up a little bit more. We'll just walk up as there's one on the next street. that thing over the other side of the road. This is part of the alternatives stuff. Trying to get people away from crime and stuff. They have restorative justice and stuff. And then here we have a mural for the East Belfast Protestant Boys, the local flute band. And the actual important bit of everything we do today, our message is simple: where our music is welcome, we will play it loud. Where our music is challenged, we will play it louder. It's a case of a state of mind that we, as British people, no longer take a backward step and hide our culture, our ethnicity, and we need to step out into society as British people proudly and bring all of us with us. If we keep getting told by ethnic minorities and stuff that they need to be able to bring their whole self to any situation, well, that also is required for British people. And there's a Union Jack souvenir shop. I get back on this bicycle. That flag you can see there across the road, hopefully, is if I'm aiming this camera right, that's the orange standard. So that's the colours of the And now for something completely different, I believe. I'm not even going to talk about that fucking stupid thing up there. There is George Best on that, but apart from that, there's nothing of interest to anybody. And we'll go into C.S. Lewis Square. C.S. Lewis, as you're probably aware, is a guy that wrote the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. He came from around here, and there's a load of stuff and about here relating to that. As in, there's Aslan. And we'll find some other creatures in and around here. This area is actually where the doctor's surgery and stuff is. Who else will we find? The White Witch. The delay in this is absolutely crazy, because I can't see. I don't know if I'm actually pointing my camera at the item in question. And then I think this is going to be Mr. Tismus, but we will see. It is indeed. Tismus is a fun, half human, half goat, and the first character Lucy meets when she arrives in Narnia. He is a peace-loving, thoughtful character who was in the woods, magical, plays his flute. There you go. We'll see what else we'll have, other surprises, which some wardrobe. There is indeed a wardrobe. Yep, and there is the local library. The wardrobe and the chair and everything. With that, I'm going to try and get a look in the chat. Oh, Sheila's that likes to see C.S. Lewis. I think there's more stuff of that nature to be found about here. Ooh, embarrassing Sammy shop's open. I think I'll be paying a visit there shortly. Just snipping back around here. Look at me thinking there was something interesting there and there wasn't. Another Narnia mural. A lamb mural. They try to make the place all arty-farty. Spotted paths. They're well head out of the road. Also says something about the time of year because they would go missing normally. Yep, that's the back of the White Witch. I think we've seen everything that there is there to be seen. I think with that, and there's somebody having a go at their BMXing. Right, how long has this been? I think at this, oh fuck me, we've got runners and everything. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to call this about now. We've pretty much done everything we set out to do, and this has been your little walking tour, cycling tour of East Belfast. And we'll leave it going down just a little bit, and I'll say a proper goodbyes. Well, I'm just getting framing for the end shot. Yeah, here's as good as anywhere. Right people, thank you very much for coming and listening to me this morning. I hope you've enjoyed it, and with that I'm going to say that's me, 42. I'm out of here and hope to see you all again soon, and all the best. if I can figure out how to end this. Because that I don't know. Okay, talk to us later. But good night, God bless. That's the other thing about this, I cannot get a outro up. Been brilliant, thanks. And I can't put your comments on the screen, but thank you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Where is how the fuck do you end this stream? This is awkward.